you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. And if you have been following this program at all, you know today is Christmas Day. I wanted a fatty. We got a fatty. Daddy's happy. There's a new emoji. If you are a member of the channel, Jermaine Johnson emoji's out. We'll get more about him later. The sweat emoji is in. Let's celebrate. I have major announcements to make about the program, events going on around it, and what it can mean for upcoming shows. That's a tease. Stick with us. We will be right back. Hit it, Blitz!
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his promise, Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a member of the channel, you have to use the Let Muji Cook emoji. Make it rain. Darren Muji strikes again. Now, first thing I'm going to do is address Jermaine Johnson. My son's heart is broken. Every time my son loves a player, they get moved. Every player. Every jersey he gets, they get moved. He's got the hat, the Nike headband that Jermaine wore at practice, and the Jermaine jersey signed in a plaque up on his wall. It's framed. Jermaine's gone. I'll say this. Jermaine will have a tremendous career. Jermaine is a tremendous person, player. He's a heart. He's very good. I can't find a negative thing to say about him. It just solidifies that we're transitioning to a 3-4, and he doesn't fit the 3-4. There's nothing wrong with that. When there's coaching changes and there's schematic changes, certain players don't fit. I want Muji and Glenn doing what's best for the Jets moving forward. There's no nostalgia. There's no feelings. They're not fans. It's business. This is what was best for business. We got ourselves a 366-pound behemoth monster to put in the middle of the defense. Your front three now, and we might not be done adding to it, is Briggs, Sweat, and Phillips. I love it. I love it. There's changes to be made. There's additions to be made. We can extend Phillips a year or two, lower his contract, lower the $7.5 million. We can draft. How about this, folks? What if we're not done adding to the defensive front? What if you still go add a Caleb Banks, a McDonald, a Hunter? a Jackson from Florida State, and you just get three massive human beings up front to allow our linebackers to run free. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Anyone who has been watching the show knows I have been screaming for this for years. Every single time the Jets defense has been good, they've had a monster in the middle. Chris Jenkins, Buha, Snacks Harrison, Jason Ferguson back in the day. They've had a monster. We got ourselves a monster. He's only going into year 3. He's a second-round pick. We could have him for 2 years before we even have to touch his contract. He's on a rookie deal. I can't talk to you right now. Okay. Now, this could take away the opportunity to draft a defensive tackle early. And I'm okay with that now. This addition is big enough, bad enough, and great enough where you could slide that down the list of needs early in the draft, okay? What are your needs now? Well, Will McDonald isn't the greatest 3-4 outside linebacker. They can work on him. They can add there. You can draft Reese. You can draft Bailey. You can go with someone else. You could take Downs now at 2. Not that I'm rooting for it, but you could take him, and then you could add a C.J. Allen at 16, or you could add a Cassius Howe to be an outside linebacker, and then you can go get a safety. You can really add pieces to this defense. You got your centerpiece. Any great defense has got to be good and strong and stout closest to the ball. And you build from the inside out. I cannot tell you how much I love this move. This is the move that they needed to make. It's a cheap contract. He's only making 1.7 this year. They open up more money on the books by trading Jermaine. We'll get into that in another show and down the future. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I know Jake is still on. I know there's a big crowd over there, but folks, you're here. I appreciate you being here with Nick Shine. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already. We're trying to push to get to 2,100 by the end of the week, by the end of Sunday night. Sunday night, 9 p.m. start. I'll be joined by Adam Y2K, Wicker Media. We had some scheduling conflicts. We had a storm. We had a whole bunch. So he'll be here with me Sunday night. Brace yourselves for trivia. We're going to have some free agency trivia going on with opportunities to win raffle entries. Now, here's the cool part. David D making it rain right as we get into it. March 10th. We moved it up, ladies and gentlemen. March 10th. Why March 10th? Because there's more great news today in the Nick Shine world. I got the phone call. I'm moving to days effective Monday. I'll be working 8:30 to 5. I'll be in a high school full-time, overtime opportunities on Saturday, double time opportunities on Sunday. It happened. I'll be on the day shift, which means more shine time in prime time throughout the week. We're going to have shows 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't want to go 8, 9 o'clock because I got to get up early. I want my schedule to adjust. So we're going to be looking 7 o'clock maybe. More on that next week. Let the rush calm down. Let me relax. Let my heartbeat get back to a regular rhythm. Thank you, Stack. Appreciate you. Real quick, before I get into all the thank yous, David D, gifted 5 on March 10th. Winner's Choice Raffle, ladies and gentlemen. You pick the player. You pick the item. If you're learning anything from the current New York Jets roster, do not select a current player. You can pick any Jet mini helmet, autographed jersey, signed photograph to put up on your wall, whatever you want. Can't be Joe Namath. Leany just won Joe Namath. David D, gifted 5. They went to FPS Trooper, Shawnee Keynes, Thomas Cahill, Sean Whittle, and the A-Flies. So thank you, David. I appreciate you, man. One of our resident Detroit Lions fans. but a great contributor to the channel. You are the man. Thank you, Stack. Phil says, some say it's bye-bye for Phillips. How about sweat Phillips share downs to keep the big ones fresh? I'm not against adding more beef to this front. I'm not. Thank you, David. Thank you, Cruising. Zachary said someone on Jake's show called. I was on the phone with my buddy from work who's a Tennessee fan, and he's sad to see him go. Says he's a great piece in the middle of the defense, and he's happy to get Jermaine. Running solid system. Sweat's not a fit. I don't know about lazy, but when you're 366, you have to have your plays monitored, right? You're not playing 70% of the snaps at that size. That's basically your rundown guy. Bill, thank you. Tremendous news, David. Yes, indeed. I've been missing out on so much stuff in life. I'm excited. The first week of March is high school softball starts trying out. I could be there and I could be dad for Sophia. I might be getting late to some games, but I can be at Sophia's high school games. And yeah, I'm pumped. I'm really, really pumped about this. Yeah. Thank you, Genergy. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Jets Johnny. Again, thank you, Dick. Yeah, my homegirl. I know her. I love her. What's up, Jen? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys. All right, Phil. It doesn't work for everyone, Phil, but the other day, if I started at 10, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm getting earlier for you, Phil. I'm trying. Mike says, time to send Sherwood and Will on their way, both for draft picks. Start with a number 3 pick, in my opinion. Listen, this is as clear as day, right? I have been saying this over and over and over again. With Aaron Glenn as your defensive coordinator, you have to build a great defense. Not even good anymore. If he wants to keep his job, you have to build a great defense. This is your centerpiece. This is the start. 2, 16, 33, 44, free agency. I believe we opened up another $10 million by moving Jermaine. I don't know if the actual numbers are out yet because the trade is not official until the start of the new league year. However, it's a really good thing to know that our defensive front, as Mike says here, is big badasses. Briggs showed last year with very little help on the defensive line. He can get into the backfield. He can collapse the pocket. Now you add Sweat. Now you have Phillips on the other side. And Phillips, don't get me wrong, I like Phillips. I think he's a great leader. I think he's what a young defense needs. He was the guy that stepped up in front of the microphone time and time again when Quinnen was gone. And he took the heat. He took the questions. Even continued down into Super Bowl week. I think you changed that deal. $7.5 million, none of it guaranteed. Hey, we'd like to keep you for 2 years. Let's lower this cap number. Let's lower the cap hit. Let's guarantee some money. Let's keep you here. We like what you're a part of. We like how you're going to help teach these young guys on the defense. It's a good veteran to have. Thank you, big fella. Appreciate you. Now, just trying to think. Did we go 3 for 3? Did we just overload the show with positive news today? We got Sweat. We got a fatty. Thank you, big fella, and others for messaging me for the text. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate with a super chat. TV dinner Sweat. Over JJ had to pay after this year. Ironically, him tearing his Achilles versus the Titans cost him his Jet career contract. New time slot. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it, buddy. Agreed. Listen, TV dinners were fantastic as a kid. When mom and dad would go out, there's a TV dinner. Microwave it. Old school microwaves, too, where you had to turn the dial and then wait for it to slowly tick. Some of you kids might not know about those old school microwaves with everything being digital now. But yeah, this is where you start, right? You start in the center and you build out. If you have a defense where you have an elite corner, but you don't not good up the middle, what good is having the corner? This makes everyone else's job easier. I'm a big fan of this. Thank you, Nate, for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. We got Sweat. Massive news. I'm moving to Days. Massive news. Jake's announcement earlier, he will be in Pittsburgh for night one of the draft. The Nick Shine Show, will be live hosting a party at the Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey. It is right next to the Woodbridge train station. You literally walk down the stairs and you are there. We'll be having a private room. More info to come. We're going to have raffle giveaways. We're going to have prizes that you can enter. We're going to have a predict the pick for the New York Jets where you can enter. $10 an entry. People on the show who aren't local, who can't make it, you're also eligible to enter. So we got a lot of cool things going on. If you are local, I got a lot of friends in town. I've been dropping some nuggets about this already. Looks like we could have a pretty good turnout here for round one. And then after round one, we're skedaddling right down the road. Well, pretty far down the road. We're going to hit Atlantic City. So if you are in the region, would love to have you. I'll have more information coming out. If you're interested and you know you want to come, hit me up. I want to give them a number on what we can expect, what size room we're going to need. They have a couple options. It's late April. They have an outside area, which we could reserve some of the outside area. I can't do the show from there because the trains are right above, but good things are happening. If you're local, you're in New York, Genergy, Nate, Jay Quest, take the train down, get a group of you together, come on down. We'll have a good time. Like I said, it's right here next to the train station. It'll be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. This will be fun. All right, I'm looking at some Yeah, I did see that Bane. Yeah, that's another story to get into. I'm gonna look for it right now. I had the tweet earlier, and then so many tweets are coming in. In other news, Anthony Richardson officially on the market. I don't think there's interest there. There shouldn't be, right? I'm looking for the tweet. All right, Robbie Sabo said, I've thought for some time that Ruben Bane is the classic top 10 drop guy, and the shorter arm length is only the start of it. His level of speed at this smaller size is a brutal thing to draft in the top 10. Today's defenses need edge players who can play in space. So that's the gut shot reaction from Robbie Sabo over Bane. And this is the problem with being the tweener. How do you view him? He's too small to play the 3-4 end. He's not fast enough to play the stand-up outside linebacker. And this is where your transition to a 3-4 defense, you're really going to see changes. You know, you're not going to see the guys that we've been looking at and for the years that we've been 4-3. Jets fans were pre-programmed. How do we view this guy? How do we like this guy? Does he fit what we do? Well, now you got to go back a ways. You got to go back quite a time from when we played a 3-4. So you got to go back to the Mangini days when we were in a 3-4. So I like Bane. I think Bane in a 4-3 edge will be tremendous. I think Bane teamed up with JJ and Simmons would be tremendous. That would be a good front. That wins a lot. But that doesn't mean that Bane would work here with the 3-4. Now, I'm not saying he's off the board. If the Jets are going to be hybrid and have a lot of flexibility, then it makes sense to take him still. But if you're really just going to transition to a 3-4, I think it's less and less likely day by day that Bane is the guy. I really do. And that's nothing against him. It's just scheme fit. And that's what the majority of the NFL is. You need to have the right players for your scheme. Arvell Reese seems to be a queen on a chessboard in a 3-4. Bailey, not the greatest run stuffer. Reese is more physical. He's violent with his hands. He can move around. You can switch to a 4-3 at times or a 4-2 if you're in the nickel. You can go 3-4. You can go 3-3 if you're in a nickel. You can have different fronts and still utilize Reese. I don't know how much Bain you can do that with. So we might get a better idea. I don't think the Jets are done making moves. I think that another deal could come out of this week. And according to a source that I talked to who's been right on previous things, keep an eye on the safety market. Don't be surprised if the Jets make a move for safety sometime before the start of the new year. If that hits, I will drop that information. I have that screenshot ready to go with the date on it. But I don't know if the Dolphins would trade in division. Right? He's back with the Dolphins, Fitzpatrick. Oh, Fitzpatrick? Oh, am I saying it? Oh. Keep an eye on Minka. That's all I'll tell you. Keep an eye on Minka. If they're clearing house, keep an eye on Minka Fitzpatrick becoming a Jet. Maybe for a straight up trade. Maybe you do a Will McDonald for Minka. Keep an eye out, folks. We discussed this exact trade on this exact show. Jermaine Johnson for Sweat, and it happened. So keep an eye out on Minka Fitzpatrick potentially being a trade to the New York Jets. Mike, I like Falk. Again, I think he's more of that 4-3. I know he's bigger and can move in a 3-4. But again, you got Phillips and Briggs there already. I think we need too many starters to draft a rotational piece this early, which is why unless you're going to get rid of Phillips and you go and get a Banks or a McDonald and you play them next to, that would be fucking intimidating, man. That's a big, nasty front. That is a big, nasty front. If you have Briggs, Sweat, and then say Banks, oh, New York Jets defense is going to be fun again. New York Jets football is going to be fun again, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. Continue with your questions in the chat. I'll be monitoring the chat, looking for them. I'm very excited. A lot of good news going on today. I'm very happy. The fatty is in the middle. I love that. If you missed the announcement earlier, your boy will be moving to the day shift starting next week. So we'll have shows going on during the week, probably at 6:30. This does open me up to work basketball during the week as well. So I like the way things are turning in life. Things are going good, and you make good decisions, good things happen, and I am very, very blessed with everything that's going on right now in life. So thank you all for all your support, whether it's a comment here, a phone call, a text, Discord comments. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys have no idea how much you mean to me on a personal level. Mike says, who would be a 3-4 edge then? I gotta look up the fits, right? With the defense. If you're looking for a speed guy off the edge, you go Bailey. But Bailey and Will McDonald seems a little small for me for a 3-4. So I'm looking at the list now. I want to have Dom C on. I'm a big fan of Zion Young at 6'6", 262. Maybe that's a guy who can come in and be that physical run stuffing stand up outside linebacker. Do you take a Cassius Howell and team him up? If you want physically imposing, can you stand up Derek Moore from Michigan? He was really, really violent. I you can go Reese still, and you can just play him there, and you can say, "Hey, we're going to use you off the edge. We view you as the edge." I wouldn't rule that out. Snowball says, Nick, any more faith in the plan now? A little bit, a little bit, because in the beginning of January, when 9 of your 21 coaches were fired, one more left voluntarily, it didn't look good, man. And I don't think there's any shame to say at the moment it didn't look good. I still think that Glenn having to call the defense when he originally didn't want to does reek of desperation. But I did say if he's going to have his job on the line, he should have his name as the defensive caller. If you're going to put your name on the line and your job on the line, and you believe in yourself that much, you got to be the guy. So I'm glad to see that he's doing that. I do have some concerns about that. JJ, up until today, I was on the Caleb Banks train. And now I'm CJ Allen. CJ Allen at 16 would be absolutely tremendous. You move Sherwood to weak inside linebacker. You let CJ Allen be your Mike. Styles will not be there. Styles is not getting out of the top 10. He's not. If you added Reese and CJ Allen to this front seven, holy shit. Aaron Glenn will get an extension in the future if that's your front seven. And then you add to that next year. But you see what they're doing. Don't sleep on Iowa Vega Leone from Penn State at guard. They are going to build the trenches up to be nasty and physical. I wouldn't sleep on the guard being the pick, to be completely honest. And I know some of you don't want to hear that. But their plan is to be dominating in the trenches. Membu was the first pick of this regime. Dominant, physically imposing player. They go get Briggs. Dominant, physically imposing player. They get Phillips. Not imposed, but very physical, a stout player, right? Doesn't get bullied around. You trade for Sweat. You just keep adding to the trenches. You got to get better up front. But for me, if you add Reese and CJ Allen, now you can do a lot of things with your front. You can get creative. You can blitz from different angles. You can send different guys different ways. You can run a hybrid. You can do so much if you add those players. I didn't see Reese's measurements. I saw all the tweets about Baines. I didn't see Reese's. I'll take a look for those. I thought Falk could be an edge for the run. He holds his position. He does. Falk and Zion Young and Moore are the three. And LT Overton, he's a little bit bigger. I think he's 280. It's 274 on Tankathon, but I thought I saw 282. Maybe on PFN, the mock draft site, the mock draft simulator site. I mean, you got to add a guy that's bigger and that can contain the run. You got to have your strong side outside linebacker. And I will say, I don't think we're done with trades. I think you can see another trade done by Muji before the end of the week. Amen, Jets, Johnny. There's nothing wrong with shedding old skin. There's nothing wrong with onward and upward. Everyone who enters your life serves a purpose, whether it's to learn from them, whether it's to grow with them, everyone who enters your life serves a purpose. Same for football team. I have no issue with trading JJ. It's not a scheme fit. You've heard it. I've said it here. I thought there was a 0% chance we enter opening day with Will and JJ. Maybe 10%, I said the other day. In the beginning, I said no chance. But then the other night, I said, you could go into the season with both of them, see who fits the scheme better, and then make them trade one of them by the trade deadline. But when the conversations with Bornganzi and Robert Saleh started, and shout out to Robert Saleh's wife for finally getting off of him for a few minutes so he can be a part of these discussions. 8 kids. And he even said down at the combine, oh, she even gets on me in my sleep. Wow. Crazy comment, but shout out to you. I guess that's why you got to run the stairs, Rob. You got to have that stamina. But that's the first thing that they want. I'm surprised it wasn't Will McDonald because that was their draft pick. That's who Robert Saleh drafted, Will McDonald. I wonder if the Jets said no, you can't have him. But it's a good trade. I think the Jets financially you free up 10 million. You get the centerpiece of your defense and you trade a guy who's not a scheme fit. That's a win all around. That's 3 wins. Matthias, what's up, my friend? Now Reese is probably the pick, but at 16, do you still go defense or a wide receiver? I am not big on a wide receiver this year. I think you can go Wilson, Mechie, Mitchell, Isaiah Williams. And if you have your 5th wide receiver and you have Arian Smith, if you have a 5th or 6th wide receiver who's a veteran like a Ty Johnson or Josh Reynolds, I'm okay with that for one more year. I don't want to draft the receiver now until we get the quarterback in place. I want to build the defense. If somebody falls to you in round 2, okay. But I believe the top 3 receivers will be gone by 16, and I'm not reaching for a receiver when we have all these other positions of need. I'd rather take the guard than a receiver. You can trade for a wide receiver with 1 year left. You can sign a guy for 1 year, and with the 3 ones next year, you can go quarterback receiver. Why am I only naming 2? Because if you need to bump up for one of them, you have the one to do so. Ideally, the Colts free fall off the face of the earth, and they have the number 1 pick. Yeah, JJ, I'll be monitoring my phone all day, paying attention. I got to get out the door in about a half an hour for work. Zach, so you want edge at 2 and in the second round? If I had to do a mock right now of the 4 picks, and not what I want, what I think the Jets could do. Well, fuck it, I'll do what I want. I would take Reese. And then you have your inside. If you don't get a middle linebacker, you can play him as off ball. You can go with Sherwood 1 more year as your middle. And then you can use year 2 to transition Reese into that edge outside linebacker type, which I think he will eventually find a home at, just like Parsons did. At 16, without knowing free agency yet, I would take CJ Allen to be that middle, or I would take Vega to be that guard and finish your offensive line. I would have a toss up between those 2. At 33, I would take the best available safety. I don't think McNeil Warren will be there. He's my favorite safety in this draft. If we don't trade for a safety, I would go get a safety at 33. And now you've added nose, edge, middle, and safety. And you got strong right up the middle. 44, if there's a wide receiver that you like, if one of the Indiana receivers are still there. If you trade Brees, thinking of Reese with Arvell Reese. If Brees is gone, you can go get a running back at 44. You got a lot of options. We have so many needs. So, yeah, you add Reese and Allen right now with this front 3. Holy shit. That's a great front seven. That's the makings of an elite, dominant front seven. Yeah, Mike, and this is what I've been saying. When they make their trades, and I'm going to add Sweat to this list, Briggs, Phillips, Brownlee, second time we've gotten a player from the Titans defense. Mitchell, Mechie, and now Sweat. That's 6 guys we've gotten through trades that are going to be pivotal parts of this Jets team going forward. David D says, I believe AG will do a good job calling the Jets defense. The question mark seems to be, can AG manage the game well enough while focusing on the defense? David, exactly what I said yesterday, word for word, man. That's why having Frank Reich with the head coaching experience helps. He can get in Glenn's ear. He can say, hey, it's 4th and 3, we're at the 45. I got a play that'll work here. If not, you go get a stop on defense. And I think the experience of Reich will help Glenn grow as a coach and a decision maker. And I don't think Frank Reich is the greatest offensive coordinator in the world, but I believe the veteran poise and knowledge and experience will help him, and it will help Glenn as a decision maker. I don't think so. I don't think so. I would be shocked. I mean, I would be excited, but I would be absolutely stunned if that move is made. He wanted $30 million a year. I don't even know if he got that contract. I don't know if we go that route. I think it's too soon for that route. I think it's too soon for a player at that age. That's an all-in move on a team ready to win. Jets Johnny, guard at 16 has always been an option for me. People underestimate the vulnerability of the line. Johnny, I'm buying into it. I've wanted Basantis in round 2. That's been my guy in round 2. But the more I see Vega, the more I think he fits that Membu mold, that nasty physicality, drive you back, knock you on your ass type of player. And I think that's the perfect player to plug in next to Olu. And if say we get Vega, and then next year with the 2, you go get the center. You have in next year, opening day, 2027, Tittman year 5, Olu year 4, Membu year 3, Vega year 2, your center a rookie. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's too good to make sense for the Jets to do. But I would love that. I would love for the New York Jets to just finish the line. We've had multiple GMs trying to put this line back together. The 2 things the Jets were great at the last time we won was defensive front and offensive line. And we've been trying to get back for so many years. Oh, man. I'm a Georgia fan, JJ. This is a good question. Being a Georgia fan, I will take that Bulldog hat off and I will answer this honestly. If I had to rate Sonny Styles as a middle linebacker prospect, he's damn near a perfect 10. Allen, 9.5. Styles is better. He's better in coverage. He missed 1 tackle the entire season. Styles is better. But Allen can play. It's not an awful silver like Canada got twice. Or the second, the runner-up medal. He's really, really good, Allen. He's really, really good. I think Allen could go earlier than people expect. I think if Styles goes to the Giants or Washington, as I'm predicting, Allen might not make it to 16. I think he's that player that can surprise and jump into the 16 to make somebody fall that we're not expecting. Love your chats, your comments, questions in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Where are we at? Let's see where we're at with subs. We're at 2082. Thank you to the new subscriber. Trying to get to 2100 by Sunday night. Please subscribe to this channel. Help this channel grow. A lot of good things. For those of you joining late, Thursday night, round 1, April 23rd. Jake just announced he'll be in Pittsburgh. The Nick Shine Show will be at the Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey. More information to come out. Looking at a 7:30 start. Love to have you there. We're going to have, you can enter raffles for prizes. We're going to have 3 prizes. We're going to do predict the pick. Who do the Jets pick? Cash prize. Cash prize for that. So you can win money for predict the pick. If you are in the Discord, if you're on YouTube, email me. I'll have information out. I'll have my email. You can email your submission for predict the pick and still be in it. It'll be a $10 entry. It's like a raffle, like you get into a March Madness pool or, a Survivor pool. Same thing. So hope you can all make it. For those of you who are local, it would be great to have you. Might even have some people traveling for the weekend because we'll be heading to Atlantic City for the rest of the weekend. Jalen Phillips. I would find it very difficult for the Jets to go acquire a player who's had an Achilles injury after trading away one who had an Achilles injury. I don't know if they go that route. I think we can add somebody, but I don't know if it's that exact player. Snowball. Zach says, what if you're able to get Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jags? For what? Will McDonald? Straight up? Okay. I'm in. That's the perfect guy to put across from Garrett. I know there's been some, I don't want to say attitude, but there's been some motivational taking plays off, right? We've seen the videos on that on Twitter. I believe that's the same player I'm thinking of. If you don't think Will McDonald fits, Paul says, I'm still hoping for a trade down at 33, get that third back. I hate missing a whole round. Agreed. Agreed. 1 pick in 131 picks is going to change. I think Muji masterfully works the draft and works the board. He's working with intent. He understands the question, and he's also going to move around to get as much as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, join the channel. Become a member. Get access to the emojis. We have them here. We added today. Where'd you go, my lovely? We had to remove the Jermaine Johnson. He is no longer with us. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. We have a sweat emoji. You need that. But yeah, the 33rd pick, Paul, I'm absolutely fine. If there's not a player that they want, if they can move back, if someone, even at 16, if your guy is gone, I have no issue whatsoever with moving back. I did a mock draft last night before bed. It's what eases my mind before bed is doing a mock draft. We're playing blackjack on a free app and just mindless thinking, right? Like you're just doing the math. You're just looking at players. You clear your head of the rest of the world. And I had a trade offer from, I believe it was Houston. I'm going to check it right now. 28. Yeah. Houston has number 38 from Washington. And they gave us 28 and 38 to move up to 16. And I did that. And then you could take that 38 and move back. And you can just keep snowballing it and getting, shout out to Snowball, and getting more and more picks and really add to this roster. We need it. We really, really need it. Oh, Wilder, calm down. No Aller. No Drew Aller. I'm out. I like the first part, but I'm out with the rest. Phil, if you get an edge, or say you trade for and you end up with Minka Fitzpatrick at safety, that eliminates downs. Say you sign a free agent outside linebacker who fits your scheme. I think I would be leading the way on Styles at 2. And I get it. It's an inside linebacker. You don't take an inside linebacker at 2. But if you have your nose tackle and you got the safety and you add another edge and you believe you can get more at 1633 or 4 to add to it, and you say Styles is the best player, I think some people would be outraged when they see MLB as the pick. But when you see this dude play and you know that we got an absolute monster in the middle, he can do everything. How many times have you seen Jets players miss tackles? He doesn't miss tackles. I would not be mad at Styles. I would take Styles over Downs, even if we don't trade for like a Fitzpatrick. I think that the middle linebacker has greater value to me than a safety. And if you're going to have that 3-4, you got to have an elite middle linebacker. And that's not Sherwood. I move Sherwood to off ball, and then I can go address that next year. Paul with another comment. My only problem with going interior line is that we're tying up a lot of money in one place. I personally think we need to start hitting on later O-line picks. Not easy, I know. Agreed. But if you're going to have a play action passing system and you're going to have the run game, and it's not my first choice, Vega. But again, I'm not upset if we do it. I'm not upset if we wait to round 2 for Basantis. I know Pregnon's older from Oregon. Jennings Dunker, is that his name? Let me look at other guys. He's listed as attack. You got Connor Liu, who can be a center. You got Kalen Rutledge. You got other guys. You got Logan Jones. There's other guys that you can go with, but I don't know, man. When you look at what that Detroit Lions offensive line was and where Aaron Glenn came from, you're having a hard time selling me that they're not going to put premium investments into the trenches on both sides. He wants to play bully ball. You got to go get the bullies. Mike agrees. Downs and Allen would be great. Yeah. Philly Noodles saying, let's go, Muji. Looking for your comments in the chat. You know what? I got like 20 minutes. Let's open this bad boy up. That's what she said. Come on. Refresh. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to David D for gifting 5 memberships. Nate, one of the homeboys, with the super chat. Folks, if we get 5 more memberships gifted, I'll get 5. Let's make it rain memberships today. Give back to the community. And you know what? We're going to double every raffle entry today since we added the big fatty in the middle. So, David, you got 10 raffle entries. Nate, you have 2. We get 5 more memberships gifted. I'll give 5 on top of it. Also, on the bottom of the screen, my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal. If you can't gift and you want to, send a message saying, Nick, check. I got my phone propped up, leaning right on the screen at the bottom so I could see any tweets that come in. I'll see your message. And if you send that way, I will gift on your behalf and we'll put the raffle entries in. First up, somebody like me who used to be called a big fatty, but no, we are now edge rushers. How you doing?
That shave, so it put me a little bit like an outside linebacker if I keep shaving every day. Unreal, dude.
I'm 6'3". I'm 234 today. I've been working out. I'm trying to do a push-up challenge of 1,400. I did 160 yesterday. I am on fire today, bro. I'm trying to get that middle linebacker physique going, man. I'm ready.
You're trying to pull your best styles, I guess.
I just want to jump over the pile and hit Josh Allen one time. Remember when CJ Mosley did it in Buffalo when it was a false start? Bro, if you could give me a start where I could just leap and hit him one time, my life would be complete.
I jumped from the couch. I think every fan, wherever you were worldwide, were just like, huh. You're like, yes. Dude, bro, listen, I have 2 minutes, but I'm going to put it this way. In Moog we trust, I have put on my, every time I call in link with every show, Moogie is cooking. That's it. All I knew is when they got this guy and they chose him over the other dude, to me, it just meant one thing. This guy keeps cooking, the Jets will come back. And you know what? Say it is so. I give Aaron Glenn the credit for vindicating himself when it comes to staff hires. Did it play out yet all the way? No. But that Dunbar move, people don't realize, is slept on. That was very big and very telling on which direction he was going and how he wanted to bring real proven coaches who will turn players into something. Yeah. So,
and you know what? If somebody mentioned earlier, I forget who it was, forgive me, said that Sweat has had the lazy label put on him. You're not being lazy when Dunbar's your coach.
No.
That is not being accepted. Dunbar will get the most out of you. Listen, he's a big guy. You're going to use him on the rundowns, right? He's 366. I've been there. Life is hard when you're 366, right?
I've never been that big. That's big.
I've been there. Well, I hope you never do. I got up to 382. Life was difficult.
Damn, that's different.
Sleeping, breathing, walking, stairs, all of it was difficult. I couldn't imagine lining up, going against an offensive lineman, and having to do it multiple plays in a row. Here's the key. Stuff the fucking run on first down. Make it 2nd and 12.
Come on, man.
That's it. Get off the field.
Come on, man. Now the price point, too. Harrison Phillips will be cheap, re-sign or whatever. Briggs is not going to cost you a lot. This kid has 2 years on a rookie contract still. You can now be like, hey, Linderbaum, we don't give a shit. Please accept our $26 million offer. 25. It's probably going to happen. No, but it don't matter. Meaning they can allocate money entirely to a guy who say, I'm not sure. Well, guess what? We just beat their offer. And you're like, oh, okay. Maybe Brees does stay because we overpay him and people are happy and half of us are angry. It don't matter. But things are a possibility.
Yeah, his numbers on Pro Football Reference, he's 6'4", 366.
Do you know his nickname? Meatloaf.
I love Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. I'll leave you with that.
Meatloaf! I have to yell it. Sorry, people. If I pull out your earbuds, I'm sorry. But when you hear the word meatloaf, you have to yell.
Mother meatloaf.
I can't whisper it. Well, he's at work. He has to whisper it. I'm not.
Bro,
sorry if I blew out your eardrum. I know what you're typing. I apologize, but you have to yell that. If you ever hear meatloaf again on the show, turn your volume down.
Rick I'll talk to you later, brother.
Bro, have a good day, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Call and link is pinned. Rick Kent says, I like this trade. Rick, this is a tremendous trade. This is a trade that is your centerpiece of your defense. He's young. He's massive. I've been screaming for a monster in the middle. This is the monster. This is the guy that can build your defense around. This is the guy that allows your linebackers to run from side to side. This is the guy that now opens up Briggs. This is the guy that will command the double team. This is the guy. I said it in early January. Shout out to Wild Wave who posted it in my Discord that Nick called for this exact trade. I did. I said, you call up Tennessee. and you see if you want Jermaine or McDonald, and you get Sweat. Love it. I love this. I love this trade. Granted, I wanted Banks, but this is 40 pounds bigger. When you look at Ray Lewis, right? He had Sam Adams and Tony Saragusa in front of him. He had over 700 pounds in front of him to run free a lot of times. If you want your middle linebackers to be the star of your defense, you have to keep the offensive linemen off of them. A player like this does this. You can't underestimate how valuable this will be. This is my favorite trade Muji's pulled off. We saw what Mitchell did on the field. We saw Brownlee come in. We saw Mechie contribute a little bit. Yeah, he had some drops. We saw Phillips. This is my favorite trade by far. And I'm not overselling this. If you're going to play a 3-4, you need a badass at that nose tackle. You know, Chris Jenkins used to line up. You know, when I taught my kids how to play defense, here's how we lined up. If we did the stack, a 3-3 stack, my nose guard, you're on the center. My two ends, you line up on the tackle. When our linebackers call strong left, you shift half a step into the gap. And then when you're in that A gap and you have a guy this size who can consume the center and the guard, you can do so many good things. You can collapse the tackles by having your ends crash in, and you can free up guys blitzing on the outside. You can do so much when you have the ability and when you can strike fear into the offense. That's a guy we got to worry about. That's a guy that we have to double team. We can't let him go free. You got that guy. You know, being that nose tackle in the center of the defense takes a lot. It takes a lot. You know, it's a selfless job at times because you're going to get double teamed. You're going to be in a fight. You're going to be in a fight in a phone booth. You're not in space very often. And your job might just be to free up others to make plays. But anyone who knows and watches football will understand the value of having this guy when he hits the field. Caleb Downs saying, I was excited to meet him. He sounded like great people. Speaking about Aaron Glenn. Trying to see if there's any more tweets coming out for you fine people. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already while I'm going over this. For those of you coming in late, couple announcements. Number one, your boy got the day shift starting Monday. I will be working from 8:30 to 5. No longer on the night shift. We'll have more shine time and prime time during the week. We'll have some shows at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Got to get up early. Got to go to bed early. Can't be doing shows at 11:30 anymore. You know, Sunday shine time stays at 8 o'clock. This Sunday, special start time with the Asmaniac Madness. I'll be joined by Adam, WA2K, New York Sports Worker Media, 9 p.m. We will be having some free agent trivia with chances for you to win chances in our next raffle. The next raffle will be Tuesday, March 10th. Now that I'm on days, that'll be 3 years being sober. We're going to celebrate that day, March 10th. So now I can do a show that night. I will do my best to get a huge lineup of guests like I've done the last 2 years on that day. And also, Mr. Bonesy, Jay Quest, I mentioned you earlier. For those of you that are local, the third biggest news of the day, round one, April 23rd, the Nick Shine Show will be at the Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Take the train down. You literally walk down the stairs and you were at the Woodbridge Brewing Company from the train stop. So hope to see all of you there who live locally. It'd be great to get together with you. And so many good things happening. I appreciate all of you for being a part of it. I appreciate you for dealing. March 1st last year, I became full time. March 1st this year, I get the days. So I didn't know where this past year would take me. I didn't know what it would do with the show, with working 2:30 to 11 p.m. I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel in every way you can, whether it's popping in at work at 12:30, watching after the fact later on, sticking with me for the night shows and popping in. You guys are fucking tremendous. I love you with all my heart, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. You guys are great, and I hope to give back all of you as much love as you've given me. So thank you, everybody. Now, March 10th, we have a raffle. This raffle is unique. It's winner's choice. You win, you select the player. You select the item, whether it's a mini helmet, a jersey, or a photograph. That's autograph that you want to put up on your wall. Your choice. You pick anything. You say, hey, Nick, I want a Curtis Martin mini helmet. Curtis Martin's got the most beautiful handwriting ever. Rick Kent will tell you. Rick Kent's got one. Most beautiful penmanship in the history of the world, Curtis Martin. We are doubling all raffle entries today. David D's already in for 10. Nate's in for 2. Get your raffle entries in, folks. We're celebrating getting a fatty. I have been screaming from the mountaintops for us to get a fatty. I'm so happy that we got one. If someone else gives 5 memberships, I'll give 5 memberships, and we'll just give them away. Let's make it a day of love, baby. Yes. Bonesy? Bonesy knows. I'm trying to recruit Bonesy to come down to New Jersey for that day. I'm speaking to Bonesy. I'm like, hey, I might be doing something. Can I get you to come to New Jersey? Can you tell Mrs. Bonesy it's a day with Nick Shine? See? Don't take it from me. Hear it from Rick himself. My Curtis Martin mini helmet is just beautiful. Curtis should have been a teacher with that handwriting. And he won it right here on the Nick Shine Show. If you would like matching helmets with Rick Kent, that's how you get on. You got to get in the raffle. Normally, we double raffle entries on Sunday. But like I said, 3 big news items hit the Nick Shine world today. Sweat the D-tackle. I got the phone call to move into days. And we're announcing the Woodbridge Brewing Company party. All that information will be out. I'll have flyers. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to have raffle entries in person. $10 raffle entries. We're going to have 3 items to raffle off. And then another thing, for those of you who aren't there in person, predict the pick. You don't have to pick the number of where they'll be selected, but predict the pick. And we're going to do a cash like 50-50. We'll give away cash prize for whoever gets it correct. So looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of work to put this all together. I've already enlisted my son and his girlfriend, Sam, who some of you may have saw. They called in together yesterday's show. They're going to do some work for me that day in terms of gathering all the raffle entries and compiling everything. So if we're indoors, we'll be able to go live. If we're outdoors, the train station's right there. So I'm not going to be able. I don't know if I'm going to be live the whole time, Metro. But I'm going to be on at some point. If we're outside, it might just be a short. But I'm still working on the logistics of that. If we're inside, they do have the ability for me to hook up. To be determined. I'm not sure yet. Shout out to Jersey Jet. He's in the raffle for 2. His entry went to, or his membership, forgive me, went to Ralphie Rocks. Shout out to Ralphie. I think I saw Ralphie in the chat earlier. Folks, I got about 10 minutes left before I got to head out to work. Get your raffle entries in. If we get 4 more entries, I'll gift 5. And I guess if you're typing it, I have to read it. Martin, 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 like Mikey would say. All right, is that the Gary chant just done with Martin? Did I read that right? Did that translate correctly? Sean says, I'd get a tattoo by Curtis. Well, we know a guy who could do that. Shout out to Kevin Tats. He could put that tattoo on you. I don't know if you'd want the tattoo done by Curtis Martin, but you want the signature of Curtis Martin on you? That would be a hell of a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about me. Jay Graves will be at the draft party. What else do you need? We will have the feisty one there. She will be working security. She's been listening while I was getting ready for work, but popping to say your girl will be at the draft night party. And look at that. You speaketh, his nameth, and he shall appeareth. I was going to say he shall cometh, but you would have taken that the wrong way. Shout out to Kevin. Great artistry with the tattoos. Go follow him. Shit, where's the link? Let me pull the link. I'm going to share Kevin's link right now. I don't have Instagram on my computer. Give me a second. But folks, call lines are open. I got about 5 minutes left if you want in. We are 4 raffle entries away, and I will give 5. All raffle entries are doubled today. Damn it. Kevin, send me your either YouTube page or your Instagram page in Discord, and then I can put it in here for everyone to go follow you and show you some support, brother. But yeah, let's recap this. The New York Jets get the monster in the middle. I cannot tell you how happy I am about that. If you missed the beginning of the show, you saw me glowing. This was, listen, I get that news. And then less than an hour later, I get the phone call that I'm moving to Days. So very good things going on in the world. I'm very fucking excited. This is a great day. This is one of the best days that have happened in a really long time. So do me a favor. Before I bring you on, don't fuck it up.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You're sober now. Yeah, you're better to talk to.
Hey, Bobby's going home Sunday.
Yeah.
This guy, he lost a lot of weight, too.
Good for him. I'm happy for him. He'll
It
feel
doesn't
better.
make
He'll
sense.
move
He
around
didn't
better.
Yeah, he went to the hospital twice again.
So
I'm
he
at
left the
your
nursing home and went to the hospital? Gotcha.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm happy about the Jets picked out that guy, Sweat. He's going to eat the quarterbacks alive now. He's going to eat the quarterback alive. You think so? The Sweat guy?
Yeah.
See, I could hear you, brother. Every time I call Jake's show, we always get disconnected. Brother Jake and I don't know. It's a hoax. I think it was a hoax on us. You think so? When I call Jake Asman show, every time we get fade
I don't
out.
know, Mikey. I'm not there with you for tech support. I don't know.
But I know. I fixed it today. Yeah. Hey, Nick Shine, you had to work today like I do?
I got to work, Mikey.
The same
I worked
time?
every day, even weekends.
Why weekends?
I
Oh, yeah, you're the basketball
gotta make ends meet,
coach.
bro.
You're the basketball coach. I remember that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, undefeated, right? Your team is undefeated.
No, the third graders, they lost a bunch. We didn't promote a third grade team. We took
Yeah.
the kids who tried out for the fourth grade team and didn't make it. And a lot of kids were like, oh, we didn't know there was a third grade team because we kind of just put it together. But
Yeah,
we got some good talent to start with. They're young, and I might stick with them. I'm not sure yet.
I like all your Jet stuff behind you.
Thank you, buddy. There's will be more. Here you go, Mikey.
Yeah, Jay.
You'll like this. He's
Oh,
got a jet on his
yeah.
back. It's Santa Claus, and he's got a jet on his back. And
Yeah, that's good. I like that. You know, he reminds me of that Santa Claus guy, Green Bean.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he looks like Green Bean, doesn't he?
all right. How about
My
this
friend-
one? Who's this one remind you of?
Let's see.
New York
Oh.
Yankee Santa
Oh, it's Yankee Santa.
and a little teddy bear.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Yeah,
know
you're fun.
Jake likes the Yankees too.
Yep. Thank you for
Love it.
updating everyone on Jake's teams.
Yeah, and then I got to see the guy on Jake's show this morning. What's his name? Rich Eisen.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a big Jet fan.
Yep.
You
All
know,
right,
we go
Mikey.
get.
I got to get out the door for work. Do you have any more updates you want to tell everyone about Jake before I let you go?
Yeah, I think Jake's gonna give Aaron McGlenn the biggest hug in the whole world.
How big?
Like this, like me. I want to get
Bigger than the tall boys that you drink?
Yeah.
Bigger than the tall boys? Oh, we're getting real big.
But he likes me. They love me.
All right,
They
Mikey.
lo-
Have a good day. Mike, wave goodbye to everybody like Bobby would.
Yeah, Bobby loves you guys. Bobby said, "Let's go Jets."
Be interesting to see if, when, and where Mikey is. Shout out to ISU. Gifted a membership that went to Skip Donahue. I always say this every time I have an Uncle Skip Donahue. That's wild. I know it might not be him, but that's just crazy. I'm glad that everybody got all of their Jake updates. In case you didn't know, Mikey informed us that Jake had Rich Eisen on, and Jake's a Yankee fan. And any other updates on Jake we forgot?
Oh yeah, I think he's going for the Jets all the way, like the 6 to 18-0 Jets.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
18-0.
good.
So they're only going to play the divisional round and then stop their season?
No, Super Bowl. We're going to LA.
They have to be 20-0, Mikey. 20-0.
Yeah, we go rock LA. LA is getting down and dirty with the Jet fans.
Whoa, Addison and Rick Kent, you guys are getting down and dirty. All right, Mikey, I got to go to work. Have a good day, bro.
You too. I'll try to close up.
I got you. Mikey's the best. Sober Mikey's one of my favorite people on earth. I say this time and time again. Absolutely love Mikey's energy and love for life when he's sober. Love it. But don't call me 12:30 in the morning like you did last night, you knucklehead.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
Folks, we got a quick one here. Drop your What Did We Learn. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you to everyone for gifting. I'm going to throw a couple in myself. Come on. Load, baby, baby. Oh, Phil. Good one. I learned Nick made chubby chasing acceptable again. Why do you think I lost all the weight? This way I could go chasing. Addison, I've been getting down and dirty long before Mikey said it. Okay. All right. I learned that Addison's been getting down and dirty long before Mikey said it. Bigfoot Mike says, Mikey looks like he makes homemade moonshine. He looks like he puts Everclear on his Cheerios. Kevin Tats, Mikey was up till 3 this morning. Dude, he called me at 12:22 last night, and I'm yelling at him. And I'm like, the fuck? I go, call me at 10 in the morning. I'll talk to you every day at 10 in the morning. Don't call me drunk. I love you. I love you. I know you love me, but call me and tell me when you're sober. I'm sober, Mike. I don't want to talk to drunk people at 12:30 at night. It's not where I'm at in life anymore. Please respect that. I love you. If you love me, respect that. I'll take your call early in the day every time, Mike. Later in the day, I get a little skeptical if tall boys are being tipped or not. My membership went to Andrew Burton. Oh, we got Twitter alerts. What do we got here? Good one, ISU. ISU, I'm going to throw my raffle entry to you. Now it's time.
Hey there, Shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. The Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Boomtown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
And before we kick the Boomtown, if you would please, good sir, drop it like it's hot. Jets Johnny, I learned AG might be the best GM in the NFL. The vision is coming to fruition. My question, why did you wait a year to go to 3-4? Could have started this last year. But Glenn, every decision has been a redirection from the original decision. So let's just hope this works, right? If not, at least we'll have some badass dudes up front for the next regime. I hope it works. I really do. I hope this defense becomes dominant and nasty, Johnny. I really, really do. I love great defense. I don't care if we win a 10-9 game. I love that football. I love stopping you and what you want to do in life. You want to try to do this in the passing attack? We're going to take that away. You want to try to run the ball? You're not going to be able to do that. I want to watch Josh Allen be frustrated walking off the field. I want to watch him slam his helmet. I want to be the fucking reason that he does that. Boomtown learned it's Christmas Day, and there is a fatty under the tree. Daytime with shine time going forward. Lots of massive news today. Styles over Allen with the Bulldog hat off. You got to be honest, man. I can't be a homer. There's no realistic world where I could say CJ Allen is better than Sonny Styles. Unless the Jets draft CJ Allen, then he's the greatest middle linebacker in the history of the world. Bonus, some watch TV, some watch adult films, other do mock drafts to wind down before bed. Meatloaf, Meatloaf, Ma, Meatloaf, must be yelled, never whispered. There will be no tomfoolery with Jay Graves working security. Hell yeah. No, you are not blocked. Did you drop a what did we learn? Oh, missed it. I learned we got a fatty back. Nick loves post-PM calls, and Curtis Martin has an excellent signature. Dirty Cooch says, damn, I just got here. Can you restart the show, please? I can't, but you can, because I have to go to one of my last two shifts on the night shift. Hell yeah. Rick Kent summarizes it perfectly. Have a great day, everyone. Got to do some work. I do as well, Rick. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jets plans starting to come together. Are we done? Who knows? Does Muji make another move? We shall see. Are the Jets done adding to this roster? Hell no. Thank you, everyone, for your support, the well wishes. Love you guys. You're the best. Go Jets. And if you don't like the Jets, you're not going to be able to do this with us this year. And what is Sweat going to say the first time he lands on Josh Allen?
Show me your butthole.
Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Go Jets.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see it beautiful, DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not done celebrating yet, folks. I gifted one. Let's just get nuts. Let's party. I gifted one that went to Joey Badass. And then I gifted 5. So we have 12 raffle entries that I will be giving away on tomorrow's show. Stay tuned on how to get those. The 5 went to Pat Turdy, Friggle D, Scotty Mayhem, no relation to Mikey Mayhem that I'm aware of, Rasta Dread 305, Tiffany Gregory. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a great offseason. We are undefeated. We got to get the off-season champion rings. We got to get them. Let's go. Go Jets.